Hello and thank you for joining me on this video where I'm going to quickly talk about my experience with C-section. Okay, so I had made up my mind that I didn't want a C-section. That was just my choice because by the time I had my first child, I was aware that C-section is classified as a major surgery, so I really did not want to choose it. Also, my circumstances really just made me realize that it wasn't the best choice for me. So I wrote it down in my plan because we had a booklet where we wrote down our wishes and stuff like that. So I definitely wrote it down. I said I didn't want C-section unless it was an emergency. And then I started having pains. It took me about 4 days from the time I started having pain to when I actually delivered. So I remember I went to hospital and then was I returned? I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, I think I was returned and then I went back again. Yeah, that's what happened. So I kept on asking the health professionals who were taking care of me. I asked them because they were saying that I wasn't dilating enough. So I asked to be induced, which did not happen. So there was no other issues. I had no medical issues at all. So by the time I got to the 4th day, because now they were obviously changing shifts. The one who came was like, you are tired, the baby's very tired, considering the amount of time that I had already been in labor. They said, she said, like, first of all, they helped me to fall asleep. I can't remember, was it under epidural? And then after that, they just said, she said, I would go for C-section because I was too tired to push. Looking back, I still wish that I had been induced because nobody ever said to me there was any risk of me, maybe risk of anything harmful happening to me or the baby if I was induced. So really the emergency C-section in the very end was definitely just because the lady said I was tired. And then after that, I had my second child. So while I was expecting, the doctor who was taking care of me again, she wanted to give me a date. She gave me a date and said I should show up on that date for C-section. So again, I didn't have any complications. So I asked her why I was having C-section. And she said because I had C-section before, I was at risk. Well, again, I didn't want to have a C-section because, again, C-section is a major surgery. So I made my choice. People are different, but having done my own personal research, I decided that C-section was not the best for me. And also because I didn't really have a good experience when I had the baby with C-section. For me, it was just way too painful after having it. It was too complicated. My circumstances just informed me that this was not the best thing for me. I had no medical issues. So the doctor really insisted, but because I like doing my own research, I went and I read and I realized, that actually you can have a natural delivery, after you've had C-section. So, yeah, I just did not go for C-section and I ended up having children naturally, even though my first child was C-section. So for me, I just like to be informed. This shows the importance of, at the end of the day, the patient, or I don't know whether we classed as patients when we're having babies, but yeah, even in a hospital setting or where one is a patient really. In the very, very end, it is still the individual's decision that should count. And for people who are able to do your own research, it's really important to do your own research as well, because doctors, health professionals, they are human beings. Some of them will be absolutely helpful in that they would encourage your research. Some will be very impressed and they would want to work with you like that. So do your own research so that you can make informed decisions. When you work with health professionals, remember you are part of the team, right? You know your body, you know your circumstances. Sometimes what you need to do is to let them know, because it's a holistic approach that they will have to take, taking into consideration so many other things, right? So yeah, I will do other videos on some of my experiences again, yeah, because I'm just interested in health and maybe some other things that I feel that I benefited from doing my own research or from asking the health professionals. Like in my case, I would also ask other health professionals who are maybe family members or friends, not necessarily the people that are taking care of me in a hospital setting. So even though I say I do my own research, I would do the research, but I will make sure that it's really informed so that I don't take irresponsible risks. So I'm definitely looking at the scientific approach. Or do you see, I'm not really just thinking, oh, I'm not going to listen to the doctor because I just don't want to listen to the doctor. No, 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 no. It's, I am going to read, I am going to look at medical research, as much as I am capable of. I am going to ask questions and then make my own decisions, right? Thank you very much for listening to this video. Ke a leboga.